Hi, my name is Dave, and I'm here to guide you through the STLA Large platform, or if you want to call it that, STLA Large or Stellantis Large. Basically, it's a large car platform that is insanely flexible. So let's go and take a look at what it can do and what it can't do. So you see it here in all of its glory from a side view. I'm assuming that this is just one serving suggestion and that it can come in others because the platform is to be used for front-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, and all-wheel drive in what in Europe they call D and E sizes, and here we would call Charger and 300C size if we wanted to. It would include the Charger, the Maserati Quattroporte, the Maserati Ghibli, the Jeep Grand Cherokee, the Pacifica. It's supposed to underlie all of these vehicles and many more. So as you can imagine, it's got a crazy amount of flexibility in the wheelbase, the length, the width, the height, the ground clearance. Even the engine mounting can be either transverse, which some of us call sideways, or longitudinal. And of course, it can go with electric cars. So it can take suspension modules and powertrain cradles to deal with all these variables and all the insanity. So it could handle something like an OH car, like a 300M or an Intrepid. It can handle, presumably, a minivan like the Pacifica, and it can also handle a rip-roaring Dodge Challenger. The platform has the capability of dealing with something with 1,000 horsepower, basically. They haven't said that specifically, but they said it can handle something with more power than a Hellcat. And the Hellcat, as you know, went up to 1,025 horsepower. It's a native battery electric platform, they say, with 400 and 800 volt architectures. And they're going to be using 3-in-1 electric drive modules that have the motor, inverter, and gear reduction included. And they're planning to do transmissions, at least 2-speed transmissions, maybe more with those electrics. The length of the platform was supposed to be 187.6 to 201.8 inches long. And the width is supposed to go with a 5.2-inch variance from about 75 to about 80 inches. Again, it's quite a wide range. But it gets even crazier. The ground clearance can go from 5.5 up to 11.3 inches, and the wheelbase goes from 113 inches to 121.1. So it's really a pretty flexible, amazing platform, which makes you wonder, how is it really a platform? And the answer is, it's hard to tell. It is kind of an easel for you to put in a whole bunch of sub-component modules and packages. So you can put in the Hurricane i6 and you can have it mounted the traditional way. Chances are, you can do a front-wheel drive longitudinal setup, and the old LH cars did that. They all had the engines mounted as though it was a rear-wheel drive car. You can still have front-wheel drive with that, which raises some interesting questions about a possible Chrysler based on the Dodge Charger that we've already been shown, using front-wheel drive for better packaging. Maybe. Could happen, might not happen. They might go all crossover, because again, this platform can do crossovers. Before the Charger comes out, the closest to STLA Large, or STLA Large, or however you pronounce it, the closest thing that we've seen to it is probably the Jeep Grand Cherokee that exists now. There's really not much trace of the old Giulia dead-end platform in here. It is a fascinating platform. It's going to probably be under a huge number of cars. There's 2 factories right now that are being dedicated to it, one in Canada, one in Mexico, so on average in the United States. And STLA Medium, which will almost certainly be all front drive and all-wheel drive, is going to take up another Canadian factory. What happens to the other American plants? Well, there's STLA Frame, and there's also going to be probably enough cars to keep everybody really busy and happy for quite a while. Stay tuned on stellpower.com for all the news on all the Stellantis stuff. Well, at least all the Stellantis stuff in North America, by which we mean all the Mopar stuff. I'll see you there.